Hello guys, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. My name is James, and today we're going to go ahead and sit down and talk to you guys about Reading's upcoming fixture at home to Wigan. That's right, it's been about a week since we last done a video, since the last time Reading drew 1-1 against Lincoln. There's been a bit of news in the meantime, and I apologise that I haven't reported on it for you guys. Just been a little bit busy this week. Obviously having a newborn, it's about 4 months now, but having a new baby is quite tiring and quite taxing, so if I don't produce videos, I do apologise in advance again. Now, the news that came out was that redundancies has recently been a thing at Reading Football Club, which is a really big shame. Listen, it's absolutely horrible, especially at Christmas time, this time of year, that it should never be happening to anybody at Christmas. And look, it's a horrible situation for people to be in. Another thing as well is that Geneva Associates completely pulled out the deal. There is now talks that they potentially might be back in with Dai Young for a new deal. Now, we're here to talk about Reading's fixture against Wigan. I'm sure that's what Wigan fans are here to see, and I'm sure that's what the Reading fans are here to watch as well. Now, we're going to go ahead and take a look at Wigan's current record for this season. So you can see overall this season, they've played 21 matches, 9 wins, 4 draws and 8 losses in that time, with 32 goals scored and 26 conceded, averaging 1.48 points per game. Now, the one thing we're going to focus on is the away form. Wigan are obviously the away team in this game, so that's going to be the thing we'll focus on. 3 wins, 3 draws and 5 losses, with 16 goals scored and 16 conceded, with an average of 1.09 points per game. Now, Wigan have actually not been too bad this season. Obviously had that 8-point deduction at the start of the year, which has obviously seen them rise through the table. Now, as you can see, in the table currently, sitting on 23 points, 17th in the league table are Wigan. Obviously, Reading sitting down there. This is obviously just about points that have been gained. So Reading obviously sitting on 18 when in reality we're a bit below that. We're below Carlisle and Fleetwood at the moment. But yeah, as you can see, teams that are similar to each other in my opinion. Obviously I think Wigan have had a better season than Reading. But I think as of recent, Reading have been alright. And really I think it's two teams that are similarly matched coming into this game. Now, Wigan's last 5 results are as followed. They had a 1-1 draw away at Cheltenham, as well as a 1-1 draw away at Leyton Orient, a 3-0 win over Fleetwood Town before a 0-0 against Lincoln, and their last fixture was a 3-2 loss away at Port Vale. Now, these are all kind of bottom half-table teams that you would maybe expect Wigan to go ahead and beat. I personally would expect Reading to be fighting these teams with 4 wins as well. When you compare them to Reading results as well, Cheltenham we obviously beat. We lost away at Leyton Orient. We lost at home to Fleetwood. Had a draw as well against Lincoln and lost away at Port Vale. And when you look at the performances that were put in, I don't know specifically how Wigan played, but I know that Reading against Lincoln should have come away with 3 points. Reading against Fleetwood should have come away with 3 points. And Reading against Leyton Orient arguably could have come away with a point if it weren't for a 90th minute goal. Now, it kind of does excite me that these are Wigan's recent results, as you know, Reading could potentially get something out of this fixture. Now, in terms of top goal scorers for this season, Stephen Humphreys and Charlie Wyke are the two that are top of the list, both on 7. Martial Godot is currently sat on 3. Charlie Wyke recently coming back from injury, or at least he was out of the squad for a little bit. He played 45 minutes in the loss away to Port Vale. Now, in terms of the away form table, as you can see, Wigan currently sit 12th amongst League 1 teams. They picked up 12 points away from home in 11 games so far this season. And yeah, aren't playing too bad. Now, we always take a look at Wigan's, the opposition's team's strengths and weaknesses. As you can see, Wigan's strengths are shooting from direct free kicks, creating chances through individual skill, creating long shot opportunities, finishing scoring chances, and counter-attacks. Now, that is Wigan's strengths, but the one thing I want to focus on in this one is Wigan's weaknesses, and that's aerial duels, stopping opponents from creating chances, defending against attacks down the wing, defending against skillful players, and avoiding fouling in dangerous areas. Now, I think this is going to be really important for Reading to get the win in this fixture. Attacking down the wings and defending against skillful players are things that Reading do. Well, having skillful players and attack down the wings are things that Reading do. And the weaknesses for Wigan is that themselves. Now, they fail to stop opponents from creating chances, and Femi Aziz's putting balls in the box is something that could be really important to Reading. I think that right hand side and overlapping that right hand side could be really massive for Reading in this game. Femi Aziz and Andy Yeardom have figured out quite a decent partnership down that right hand side, and I think Aziz is going to be the massive danger man for Reading in this fixture. Who plays on the left, I'm not too sure. Is it going to be Caelan Vickers, Paul McCarroll? Could potentially be Ben Elliott as well. But either way, all three of them players are quite skillful and could really put a challenge for the Wigan defence. Now, Wigan's style of play for this season has seen them attack through the middle, take long shots, short passes. They're very aggressive. Opponents play aggressive against them too, and they like to play in their own half. Now, the aggressive thing is something that we can also pick up on with 60 yellow cards and 3 red cards this season for Wigan. Now, it's a team that has been absolutely torn apart and had to rebuild in the summer. But I think Wigan have done a pretty good job. I think they've been a bit inconsistent this season, but considering the circumstances that were around them, I think they've done very well. Now, Reading's team for this game that I personally would like to see will be Joel Pereira starting in goal. Like I said, David Button recently, 4 goals conceded out of the last 5 shots on target. Personally would like to see a change in goal. The back 4 should remain the same. Jarrell Dorset had a good game against Lincoln. Nelson Abbey and Tom Holmes seem to have a decent partnership, and Andy Yeardon playing at right back should be the continued 4 for Reading. In the midfield, Michael Craig and Lewis Wing should be the 2 players that are kind of deeper, with Lewis Wing obviously going box to box, with Harvey Nibbs just in front of them. Femi Aziz and I'm going to say Paul McCarroll could be on the wings for this fixture. And finally, Sam Smith should be starting up front as always. Harvey Nibbs so far obviously getting a goal again against Lincoln. I think this could be another big fixture for him. I think him coming in and getting the rebounds or the scrambles in the box could be big for this game, and potentially might see him pick up another goal, taking his tally up to 11 for the season. I'm actually going to go with a 1-0 win to Reading as well. I do see us pulling out the victory in this one, at least I'm hoping anyway. We've only lost 1 out of our last 5 games, and you could really start to see Reading's performances and the results slowly start to turn around. I spoke about this before in the Lincoln preview, but I said Reading have been quite unlucky this season, especially when you look at how it comes down to the wire and stuff like that. And Reading in the 90th minute have been a bit shaky, but in recent times have started to see improvement. I see this improvement continuing, and I see a win against Wigan nonetheless. That's going to be it for this video today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. My name's been James. We'll see you all for the review tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.